Every single card from the new expansion Shining Revelry just leaked, so let's take a look at all of those cards together, shall we? First of all, we have Meowscarada that will not receive an EX version, and what it does is, it is a stage 2, 140 HP grass type, and for 2 grass energy it does 60 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this does 70 more though. That would equal to 130 damage if your opponent is an EX Pokemon. And yeah, you do with that whatever you will. It is not an EX Pokemon, and yeah, it doesn't one-shot even basic Pokemon EX. I think it's pretty garbage, but I mean, yeah, you do with it whatever you want. Then we have a new Magmora, 120, stage 1, stage 2, wait, this is stage 1? Whatever. For 3 energy it does 70 damage during your opponent's next turn. If the defending Pokemon tries to use an attack, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, that attack doesn't happen. I mean, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do like deep breakdowns or give my opinions on how good these cards will actually are. I'm just reading off and showcasing them. We have a Paldean Tauros. It's a basic Pokemon for 110 HP, Fire type, and for 3 energy it does 80 damage. Also, this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Yeah, we have a new Tentacruel, which for 1 energy does 40 damage. We have a Floatzel, 1 energy does 30 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Wiglet does the same, but it chooses the target by random. Then we have a Dondozo here, which is a basic Pokemon, and it has 120 HP, and for 4 energy it does 80 damage, and this attack also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. There you go. We have a new Electrode, 90 HP, electric type obviously, 2 energy, 50, and you flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more. We have a Pawmot that has the ability Counter Attack. It says, if this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 20 damage to that attacking Pokemon. It's a stage 2, it has 140 HP, and for 2 energy it does 70 damage. Yeah, the Pachirisu we already covered. We have a new Alakazam, 130 HP, Psychic type for 2 Psychic energy, it does 80, and this attack also does 20 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon that has energy attached to it. Interesting. We have a new Mr. Mime, 90 HP, basic Psychic type for 2 energy, it does 20, and you flip 4 coins, and this attack does 20 for each heads. Okay, so it doesn't deal 20 damage, but you flip 4 coins, and for each heads you deal 20. That's how that works. So you could potentially do 0. Then we have a Gimmighoul. For 1 energy, colorless, it flips a coin, and if heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. Okay, it does 0 damage though, so not too impressive there. We have a new Machamp, 150 HP, fighting type, stage 2, 2 fighting type energy, 70 damage. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra fighting energy attached, this attack does 50 more. New Hitmonlee, 30 for 1 energy on 80 HP. We have a new Hitmonchan, 90 HP, 3 energy, 90 damage. We have a new Riolu, 2 fighting energy, 40 damage. Yeah, Lucario EX, we already covered that. We have a new Flamigo that is fighting type with 80 HP, 2 fighting type energy, and you flip 2 coins, and for each heads you deal 50 damage. We have a new Arbok, stage 1, 110 HP, dark type, 3 energy, 70 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. It's guaranteed poison, but 3 energy on stage 1 and stuff. We have a Paldean Wooper with 50 HP, it's dark type, 1 energy, 10 damage, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. That is brilliant, because that is exactly what the Wooper had to be. As its evolution, Clodsire, does 120 damage, but only if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. And since its pre-evolution now guarantees us poison for 1 energy, that is perfect. You can start with Paldean Wooper, attach an energy, 10 damage, poison. Next turn, you attach another energy, evolve, 120 damage. That is pretty good in my book. We have a new Spiritomb for 80 HP. With 80 HP, Dark type for 1 energy, it does 20 damage, and you flip a coin if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Then we have a Grafaiai, or whatever it's called. I think it's called Grafaiai, actually. So, stage 1, 90 HP Dark type. Ability, Poison Coating. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. You can do this from the bench, provide poison to your opponent's active Pokemon for Clodsire to deal 120 damage. It is a stage 1 and it is very frail though, and for 2 darkness type energy it does only 40 damage, so you would only play this for its ability to support that Clodsire. Yeah, Tinkaton we already covered. There's a Golden Go. Yeah, we have a Golden Go. That's a steel type, stage 1 with 120 HP and for 3 energy. You flip a coin for each metal type energy attached to this Pokemon, and this attack does 50 damage for each heads. Okay. Then we have a stage 1 Revelry with 110 HP, also steel type. For 3 energy, it does 70 damage, and you flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. We have an Eradicate, 2 energy, 50 with 90 HP, alright. We have a new Wigglytuff. So yeah, stage 1, 100 HP, colorless Pokemon. Once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon, so this can heal other Pokemon, and it can do so from the bench, and it heals 20. It does 50 damage for 2 energy. New Lickitung, yeah, Licky, not worth talking about. Revelry we already covered. Then we have a Lopunny, not worth talking about. We have a Cyclizar, let's take a look at that one. 80 HP, colorless. 1 energy, 20 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon's attack does 20 more damage. Okay, interesting. Then, yeah, let's take a look at it. Oh, look how cute this artwork is. That is incredible. Yeah, here you can see all the new artworks. Oh. Whew, yeah, pretty good artworks as always. And yeah, here we have a new card. Pokemon Center Lady. Heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon, and it recovers from all special conditions, which is relevant if... And yeah, it depends on how much play the poison deck will see. Against this poison deck, pretty good. Yeah, it's not groundbreaking though, but it can be decent. It's matchup dependent though. But anyways, that's not what the video is about. I'm just here to showcase the new set. Yeah, this card actually incredible. Team Rocket Grunt. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's Pokemon. Oh my lord, this is coin flippy. But it can be incredible. It can also be useless though, so yeah, you do with this whatever you want. And yeah, here are all the new card words. We get a Crown Rare Pokeball. That is amazing. I love that. I really love that. And yeah, that's about it guys. I hope that was fun to look at. Hope you enjoy what you see, but yeah, I mean, if you enjoy Pokemon TCG Pocket content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until next time, take care of yourselves, have a great day, and bye bye.